In this world, we are overwhelmed with countless choices of perfumes or fragrances in the market. And in this video, I am going to guide you through selecting the best perfume according to your personality and according to your taste when it comes to fragrances. And these are the 5 Louis Vuitton perfume that in my opinion is timeless and suitable for each and every person that is watching it. For sure, you will find one that is suitable for you. Throughout this video, I will showcase my top 5 fragrances from Louis Vuitton. Whether you're seeking a signature scent that resonates with your personality or looking to expand your fragrance collection with a touch of luxury, Louis Vuitton offers a range that promises sophistication and refinement. Stay tuned to discover this elegant collection of fragrances that aligns perfectly with your style and your personality. Let's delve into the Louis Vuitton fragrance world together. Hello, I am Murphy and I have 12 years of experience as a client advisor in fashion and luxury brand. I have interacted with countless of clients and consumers day to day, and I am here to provide you the most credible choices for your luxury purchases through videos like this one. Stay until the end because I'm going to provide you some tips and valuable insight in prolonging the longevity of your fragrances and the factors that contribute to rapid oxidation. Now, let's get started with the top 5 perfume of my choice, which I think is suitable to each and every woman of any age and any personalities. I have chosen 5 different perfume with different scents that are my favorite. And just to give you a little bit of insight in choosing a perfume, each person has different tastes when it comes to perfume. Some girls love it sweet, some girls love it floral, some girls love it fresh, whatever fresh is defined. But in my experience, when a person say they love fresh, they are talking about citrus scent, something more like out of the shower kind of freshness. So these 3 categories. Oh, there's one, Oriental. I don't have an Oriental in my choice because I think it's not suitable for a weather in Singapore. So that's a different video for now. For me, my palette for perfume is more on the sweet side, and it's very different from different people, but somehow sometimes I would feel like using something floral or something green and nature scent. So there are a lot of choices in this 5 fragrances that I am going to discuss. Without further ado, let's get started because I've been talking too much again about myself and it's not good according to psychology books. Now the first one in my number 5 is the Le Jus Célèbre. Le Jus Célèbre, I fell in love with it the moment that it has been launched in 2018 or 17. Somewhere there. I remember I was very new with Louis Vuitton when this fragrance is launched, and I was introduced to this scent firsthand, and I was very excited because I grew up with a mom that loves perfume. Hello mom, if you're watching this. So fragrances gets me excited. Fragrances is something that brings back memory for me. Going back to Le Jus Célèbre. Le Jus Célèbre means, you know, somehow I learned how to speak French by our perfume because because most of our perfumes name is in French. So Le Jus Célèbre means daybreak, and if there's a French watching this, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the translation that has been briefed to us in Louis Vuitton, and I confirmed that in Google. So Le Jus Célèbre is a daybreak. It's the sunrise. You will see that beautifully if you take an early flight and you're up in the sky, that orangey yellow sky that, oh my god, I'm trying to be romantic but I couldn't just put it into words. The note of this fragrance is mandarin and jasmine. There are a lot more ingredients to it, but the one that really shines in this fragrance is the mandarin and jasmine, which puts this in a fresh category. The mandarin gives it a very uplifting scent. Like when you peel an orange, you just have this, there is like a positive feeling that it gives you when you peel an orange. It's that scent with a hint of jasmine. So it's a perfect harmony for floral citrus level. So in my own words, I love this because this is very positive scent. Like if you're feeling down in the morning and you don't feel like doing anything, or you don't feel like going to work, or you just feel lazy, spray a little bit of this. This just uplifts the mood instantly. It has this optimism vibe to it. I cannot describe how uplifting and how happy this scent is. If there is a like a description, I know it's hard to put it in the mind that happy scent is how it is. It just makes you happy in general. You can try it in the store. If you're feeling sad, spray a little bit of Le Jour Salève and you're just gonna feel a little bit better. Now, as I say, this is a very optimistic scent. Very it's like you're feeling renewed when you try it. I'm sorry if I'm not mostly describing how it smells. I can only say that this is mandarin and jasmine. You can kind of like mix that in your mind and have that smell, but it's, of course, it's perfect if you're gonna go to the store and try it. But overall, yeah, it's suitable for tropical weather like Singapore, and this is just a perfume that makes you feel fresh and renewed. Now for a bonus one, I think that perfume also has a different personality. Like, people who uses it represents their personality. So I picked some celebrities that I think that might use it and represents how they are, at least in the screen or interview, like them being themselves and not when they're acting. And I chose Zendaya and Jennifer Lawrence for this. This too, once they're being interviewed, they're just real, they're just happy, they're cracking jokes, they're being sarcastic in a funny way. And yeah, these two are just like something that you watch on the television, and it feels like there's no negative vibes to them. So yeah, Zendaya and Jennifer Lopez, for me, they represent Le Jour Salève. They're just happy, they're just optimistic. You just feel happy when you see them. Now, Le Jour Salève is a floral citrus, but there is one that is very similar, but for me, this is more extremely citrus, and that is the California Dream. This is not part of my top 5, but this is just an option if you feel that Le Jour Salève is still a little bit floral for you. You can go for California Dream. This is more extreme citrus, and a lot of clients love it, and with its special bottle packaging, it's actually very nice. The next one on my list is the Apogee. The Apogee means the highest point or the climax. For me, this scent is very elegant, very sophisticated, very feminine, because it really has a soft, powdery, floral scent. But there is no mixture of anything else. I feel like the smell of Lily of the Valley of Jack Cavalier, which is our master perfumer. This is his take on Lily of the Valley scent, and it really did well, because when we just launched the perfume in 2016, this is one of the best sellers. And it doesn't have a hint of citrus or sweetness to it. It's just really floral, but it's just the softness and the powdery scent of it makes it just simple and minimal. Like, there's nothing complicated to it. I see a lot of elegant ladies buying it and carrying it. I would say that this is mostly liked by the age of 30s and above. I think this elegant scent is mostly liked by matured women who already established themselves and know what they wanted. So the main note is Lily of the Valley, powdery floral scent, if you have to imagine it. But then again, try it in the store. Now, if there is a celebrity that would be wearing this Apogee, would be, I think, Meryl Streep and Michelle Yeoh from Crazy Rich Asians. They just have this elegant vibe to them and the softer side and side, like, you know that they are approachable but somehow kind of intimidating. That's how I describe Apogee. So if you're into floral scents and you know that this is something for you, go to head on to the stores that is nearby your place. Just try it and see how it feels like when you are carrying it. Carrying it? No, wearing it. If you're finding value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps a lot. Now, number 3 is the Attrape Rêve. This is a scent that is extremely sweet. And if you're not into a sweet perfume, you cannot take it because this is really sweet. And as I say, I picked this with my taste of perfume. And a lot of my colleagues find this too sweet. But for me, it's okay. If I'm feeling a little girly that day, I would wear this perfume and spray it all over me, and that will just make me feel good. The main note of this is lychee and patchouli. Lychee gives it a fruity, fruity scent with the floral vibe from the peony and patchouli. So yeah, mixture of floral and sweetness, but sweetness actually prevails. Now for me, this scent brings out the little girl in you. If you are a Filipino that grew up in the 90s, I think your first perfume, one of your first perfume would be the Bench Raspberry perfume. I will put a picture here. I'm not sure if they are still selling it at Bench right now, but this is one of my first perfume and I love it so much. I wear it every day to school. So I think that just registers to the mind that, you know, you love sweet scent and you just carry it all the way when you're in your 30s. I don't know if that will change until when I'm 50s. So if you're a Filipino that's watching it and you've used this Bench perfume before, say hello. I'd like to know my tribe in the Philippines. Anyway, so Atra Breath, not for everyone, but for people who loves sweet scents, it's definitely a gorgeous scent and an elegant sweet scent to have. Peony and patchouli, I honestly don't know how it smells like as a raw ingredients, but I definitely know what lychee smells like. So yeah, that just describes it. The sweetness prevails with this perfume, as I say again. And if I'm gonna pick one celebrity that would use this, I would think Ariana Grande. Yeah, I think this, is she 20-ish? I don't know how old she is, but she really looks like that she always has this little girl inside her. Okay, and down to number 2, my favorite floral scent. Okay, I discussed Apogee a while ago. Actually, I'm not a very fan of it. It doesn't suit my skin very well, like the temperature of my body. And by the way, the scent or the smell of a perfume sometimes is different in each and every person. It depends on the oxidation in your like temperature of your body heat, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So Eau d'Yves is more suitable for me because, as I say, whenever I propose this perfume, if I have served you with a fragrance before, it is a bouquet of flower. It literally smells like a bouquet of flower. You cannot distinguish which scent are you smelling because it's like smelling a bouquet of flower. It has a mixture of jasmine, mimosa, our May rose. It also has a sandalwood ingredients and some musk note. But don't worry about the sandalwood and musk note. You barely smell it. You only smell the flowers in it. I think those two other ingredients is just to enhance the floral scent. It has a powdery scent as well, but not so much. I think it's still harmonized with each other. But I would also describe this as a elegant scent, a feminine elegant scent. This will never be masculine because it's really floral. I would say that the people who use it is a mixture of an Atra Breath person and an Apogee, like it's in between. So fun, girly person, but at the same time elegant and established. So if there is like a personality or the look that represents this with a Hollywood celebrity, I would say Natalie Portman and Anne Hathaway. They just have this vibe. They're fun and they're girly and they could be elegant when time calls it, you know what I mean? So yeah, these two celebrities, I think this is the perfume for them. Last but not the least is, well, you might never expect this. This is the Spell on You. Spell on You is one of the newest when it comes to ladies fragrances. Actually not very new. I think we launched it 2 years ago. But it has ranked the first ever, the number one perfume, at least in our store, on the first year that it has been launched. So it outranked the first 7 launches, 7 or 8 launches before Spell on You. But on the first year, Spell on You just climbed up to the top to be the number one. So that's how good this fragrance is. If I'm going to discuss or describe this scent, this is a romantic sensual scent. I always describe this as a kind of like a romantic dinner scent. Like there's something sensual about it. It's like a love potion. Spell on You. It's from the name itself. So it has this sexiness to it. It is a mixture of a slight hint of sweetness, but it's more on floral. It's I don't know. This scent is just magical. It's definitely feminine. It's definitely sexy. So the clients or the people that I usually see carrying it has a sensual personality to them. A very assertive. For me, they're like those assertive, boss babe kind of woman. A woman that is intriguing and mysterious. All of this adjectives that I described as a woman, I think this is something that describes a woman of Spell on You. I usually use this if I have a date night with my husband, if I want to feel a little bit sexy and sophisticated. The main ingredients or the notes that are dominant to it is iris, rose, and jasmine. It has a little bit of musk to it, musky smell to it as well. That makes it a little bit sexy. There's nothing complicated about this scent. This is almost like a Chanel number 5 of Chanel, of Chanel, but more into the lighter tone, more into the more refreshing scent, because for me Chanel number 5 is really feminine and romantic, but it's just sometimes too strong for the occasion or for the weather in Singapore. So if you are a Chanel number 5 girl, I would definitely suggest for you to try Spell on You of Louis Vuitton, because this is more on that sensual Marilyn Monroe level of sophistication. Now, the celebrity that first comes to my mind if I talk about this scent is Scarlett Johansson and Megan Fox. Okay, Megan Fox, not really. I don't think she's that sophisticated. I think she's just sensual. So let's take away Megan Fox. Let's just put Scarlett Johansson in there. And yes, if Marilyn Monroe is alive, she's gonna be on this list of Spell on You. Now, as a promise, before I end this video, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to prolong your perfumes, because let's face it, fragrances does not live forever, and of course there are ways for you to prevent it from oxidation over time and making the scent stay as it is, as you have a lot of perfumes at home that sometimes you tend to forget what you have and what you don't have. All right, so the first one that I'm going to talk about is the storage. It's very important to put your fragrances in a cool, dry place away from the sunlight and heat, because the exposure to the light and the heat can degrade the fragrance and alter the scent over time. So yeah, put it inside the drawer, put it somewhere there is no direct sunlight. For me, I put my fragrances inside the drawer if I know that I am not using them. Number 2 is something that we don't realize is you have to avoid temperature changes, especially if you live in Singapore, that, you know, it's cold whenever you're at home because all the air conditioning are on, but once you leave the house it turns very hot and humid, and fluctuation of temperature can affect the fragrances. Now also, it's hard to finish 100 ml bottle of fragrance. So one thing that I do for me to equally finish all my fragrances is to rotate usage, to rotate every scent that I use. Of course, you're a person who has multiple fragrances, consider rotating them to prevent any one bottle from sitting unused for too long, because once you open the bottle, expiry count is already, and having said that, please follow the expiry guidelines. The fragrances generally last a long time, but they also can expire. Pay attention to an expiration date and or the recommended shelf life provided by the manufacturer. So yes, fragrance does not live a lifetime. So follow the expiry guidelines, and yeah, that's all I can say about this video. I think it's getting longer, and my editor Takahisa will complain to me already that lately my videos has been taking too long. So yeah, let me know which of this are your favorite amongst all the fragrances, and I would like to know your opinion, which of the fragrances of Louis Vuitton, whether it's in this list or not, is on your top list. I'm very happy to know, and just comment everything down below. I would like to know all your opinions and feedback, because I also use that as a reference as my next video. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.